Let's give you a detailed analysis of the events surrounding the death of Tawasa Akwaza, also known as Gana. We have our correspondent, Stephen Esieni, joins us from Abuja. I also have Gordon is coming from Nasarawa State, and we also have Mayowa Kwaton. He joins us from Benue State. Stephen, it's good to have you join us at this time, gentlemen. Let me start with you, Stephen. The army seems to be recording more success in its fight against armed banditry and terrorism. What more are the military authorities saying about the death of Gana?
Issue any official statement or make any utterances except what the commander of the Special Forces commander has said, that for them this is a breakthrough, having gotten hold of the most wanted man in Benue State and neighboring states, and that troops engaged him in his words, and which led to his death. For them it's a breakthrough, but coming from the defense headquarters and indeed the defense media operations, we are yet to get any formal reaction or statement as to the event that happened in Benue State.
Let me bring in Godwin. Godwin, you were there when you were present. You gave the report about the death and the killing of Gana. What did you see last night and how did this transpire? If you can tell us that.
All right, Sarah. We yesterday night were called by the Special Forces Command in Doma here in Nasarawa State to proceed to their barracks. When we got there, the first thing we saw was the corpse of the late Gana lying inside the hillocks there. So the commander of the Special Forces Doma there, Major General Ali Monde, addressed us, and he told us how Gana was killed. He said they got strategic information that Gana and his members, that is his group, were going to be plying the Bese Koko Makodi road. And so they mounted a roadblock there. The moment they saw them, they intercepted them, and there was a gun drill between the Nigerian army, men of the IM Akpatuma 3, and the Gana and his group. So in the end, Gana was killed. And they were able to recover some arms and ammunition from Gana's group and himself. That's AK-47, some den guns, and even waist champs and rings that he was using as champs too were recovered from Gana during the gun duel that they had, and that was how Gana was killed. And now presently he has been his body has been deposited in an undisclosed mortuary by the Nigerian army.
Mayowa, let's help us better understand who this man is, Gana, the man we're talking about. Help us understand where and how he operated and how residents in Benue State are reacting to this development.
Okay, first off, TVC Akwaza, aka Gana, also known as Gana, has been on the run for about 4 years. And this is the reason why. Akwaza was first identified as one of those facilitating the killings between herdsmen and farmers. But now, around 2015, thereabout 2016, it was granted amnesty by the state government, Samuel Otom's administration, who then asked him to surrender his weapon then, and then he was walking free. And then the case of the death of a special advisor came up, and he was accused or said to be the one who had killed him. So he became a wanted man again. And then he had been on the run. Since then, he had been on the run. Not until recently, even security operatives down to the military have been looking for him. Not until recently, when he had been granted amnesty by the state government. And this amnesty came up following negotiation or talks with the Security Council of the state government, which comprises of the military, the police, and all security agencies are present here in Benue State. And following this Security Councils, together with community leaders, urged these militias to surrender their weapon. And with these militias, we're including Gana. And now they are to receive them yesterday. That's been Tuesday. Yesterday at the government
Mayowa,
house.
let me butt in here, Mayowa. If you would like me to come in here, which leads me to the second question I'd like to ask you before I get back to Sifon.
Okay.
The question I'd like to ask you is, what's the governor's reaction to this? Because we understand that it was on his way to surrender the arms that he had been using to operate and perpetrate terror in those areas in Taraba, Benue, and the others. But how has the governor been reacting to this development?
Understanding that yesterday being Tuesday, when they were expected to receive these militias for an amnesty program, it's meant to be an happy day, meant to be a peaceful, peace initiative day. But hearing the interference with the military by the state government, they came in, and then I think it's been a sad mood for the state government. And following what the governor said he's waiting for a response by the military to understand why such actions was taken, why they had to block, why they had to intercept the militias on their way at Boko, on their way to Makodi, where the amnesty is supposed to hold.
Sifon, let me bring you in here. Since you are with the military, at least you report from the defense headquarters. So what becomes of the amnesty program of the state government, considering the fact that the armed groups were going to give up their arms?
But we understand that the amnesty program of the Benue state government would continue, and the impact of this incident about the killing of a kingpin, who we understand the government making move out of this and surrender his arms, is what we now await to see. We hear that the state government would be engaging the media anytime from now as to the next line of action. But like the military authorities have said, for them, it's one terrorist down or one bandit down, many to go. But we also understand that he had followers, members of his group. What will be happening to them in days to come? Perhaps the military authorities will tell us that.
So Godwin, let me ask you, let me bring you in here just before we go. What has been the response you've gotten from the Nasarawa state government? Because really it concerns all the state governors. If you have the army saying that they've recorded another success, how will this, pan out in the fight against insurgency coming from your state?
As we speak, the national state government is yet to make any official statement as regards the death of Gana. But of course, just like you rightly said, Ghana has been terrorizing Benue, Taraba, and other neighboring states, and Nasarawa state cannot be exempted looking at its proximity to Benue state because it shares the border of Benue state. But we're hoping that any moment from now, the governor will want to make one or two statements as regards the death of Ghana.
Sifon, thank you so much. Godwin Agram, our correspondent from Nasarawa State, thank you for joining us. And we also add Mayowa Okwato from Benue State. Thank you, gentlemen.